at AtlantiCare. Can you tell us about your department and how you were using SmarteXp?
Sure. But in our department, we do total hips, total knees. We also we have a spine institute as well. And we do over 500 surgeries a month. And we're also opening up a new same-day surgery center. Once I understood the purpose and how it can engage patients, we went from February of 2017 when I came on board until now, from having only maybe 10 engaged patients on our digital platform to over 4,000 now. Our surgeons are contracted out of the hospital, so they're not AtlantiCare surgeons. To bridge the gap between their surgeon's office and for them to come to AtlantiCare, this platform has been so crucial.
And then when the pandemic did come along, how were you able to leverage this, your messaging and your digital outreach in your response?
You know, using the UbiCare, we came up with the idea that I was like, oh my gosh, our patients are getting canceled. And then I kind of just said, I need to get a campaign out or a message out to these patients. This was just a great opportunity to stay connected, but it was just another avenue to touch base with them, to make sure that they knew that they weren't alone. And so that's kind of the avenue that we took.
Yeah, and even your role has changed so much during this time.
As I speak, I'm sitting here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and I am now part of the Incident Command Center. And what that is that we issue all PPE gear to all our COVID units. So it's been very interesting. Like, I'm on the front line, but behind the front lines. But I have to say, everyone on the line, if just being out there on the front line, it's been kudos to everybody. Everyone's doing their part, and it has just been truly amazing to be part of it.
Meanwhile, you're in a totally different role, and yet SmarteXp is still running for your patients, correct?
Yes, it is. And I have to say that actually the exciting part is that they're still feeling connected. They're like, well, I don't want to change my surgery date. I'm going to be home and I still want to learn about my surgery. I'm like, well, then just keep it as is. You'll still be getting the information on a time basis based on your old surgery date. But when you find out, because a lot of them don't have a new scheduled surgery date, so they're kind of in limbo, like so many of them. But they're also still learning, and they're still educating, and they still reach out, and I still respond, which is amazing. So they actually still feel connected to our organization, which is wonderful. And I have to say that has been just a huge asset to us in our department.
Yeah, it's really cool. And especially now with states reopening, and I would imagine that your team is also planning for resumption of elective surgeries at some point, and I assume that SmarteXp will be a big part of your communications to patients at that point too?
We are going to create a campaign that, of course, is just based on strictly that of like a phasing into elective surgery again.